Hello everyone, this is Chaya Mattutorial. Please subscribe my channel and click on the bell icon for further classes. If you like the video, please like it and share it. Now today's topic, irrational numbers. Irrational number is a number yes R is called irrational number. For example, this of the form root a into 2 into root 3, etc. Now exercise 1.1, 1.2. In that first problem, state whether the following statements are true or false. Justify your answers. In that first one, every irrational number is a real number. Is it right? No, because it is true, because the collection of real numbers is made up of rational and irrational number. I already explained in the class, that is, all the irrational numbers and rational numbers are completely contained in the real number. So usually the real number is made up of a rational, irrational, naturals, whole numbers and integer. Hence every irrational number is a real number. It is true. Next, second one, every point on the number line is of the form root m, where m is a natural number. Usually the numbers on the number line, it is always in the form of what? Non-negative and a positive integer. So it cannot be formed. Therefore it is given statement is false, because no negative numbers, it cannot be written in the square root of any number. Because the negative numbers cannot be written inside the square root, we can't get a proper number. So therefore a number line is of the form root m, where m is a natural numbers. Third one, every real number is an irrational number. The statement is false, because, for example, 2 is a real number but not an irrational number. Because we can take a 2, it cannot be an irrational number. If it is in the form of 1 by 2, it cannot be an irrational number. Every real number cannot be an irrational number, but every irrational number is a real number. Second problem, are the square roots of all the positive integer irrational? If not, give an example of the square root of a number that is a rational number. Because the square root of all positive integer cannot be a irrational number. It can be a integer only. For example, the given statement is no. For example, root 4, the square root of 4 will be 2. 2 is an integer. Also a rational number. It cannot be an irrational number. It can be integer or it may be a rational number. Okay. Real numbers and their decimal expansion. First point, the decimal expansion of a rational numbers is either terminating or non-terminating recurring. Usually this rational numbers, when we divide the rational number, the decimal expansion is either a terminating or a non-terminating. This terminating and a non-terminating meaning will be, you will got to know when you solve the problem. Okay, next point, the decimal expansion of a irrational number is either non-terminating non-recurring. Usually the decimal expansion of irrational number is either non-terminating or a non-recurring. Okay, this will be got to know when you solve the problem. Rational number is either terminating or non-terminating. Irrational number is non-terminating and non-recurring. Exercise 1.3. First problem. First, write the following in a decimal form and say what kind of decimal expansion. First problem, 36 by 100. 100 is a divisor and 36 is a dividend. We need to divide 36 by 100. 100 you have to divide from 36. Here 36 is a smaller number which is less than 100. So you need to take a decimal, that is 0 point. You put a 0. If you take a decimal point, you can take a 0 here. That is 103 is a 300. Subtract 0. 6 minus 0 is 6. 60. Here 60 is less than 100. So you can take a one more 0 after this 60 because we already taken 0 point. So 106 is 600. We arrive with the quotient. Here remainder is 0 and we get a quotient value 0.36. We need to say what kind of decimal expansion also. This expansion is 0.36. Put a bar here, 36 bar, because it is not a non-terminating repeating number, just it is stopped at the 6 itself. So therefore it is a terminating decimal expansion. This is terminating. Second problem, 1 by 11. Solution. Here 11 is a divisor, 1 is a dividend. 1. Here 1 is less than 11. So I can taking a 0 point. After this 0 point, here 10, we get a 10. Here 10 is also less than a 11. So one more 0 put here. I got a 100. So this can be divided in a 11 table. That is 11 nines are 99. Subtract 100 minus 99 is 1. Remaining is 0. Next, here 1 will be there. You need to take a 0. Here already I had taken a 0 point. So I am putting 0 here. For decimal 1 0, have to take for a decimal point. If you want one more 0, again put here 0. You will get a one more 0 here. Therefore 11 nines are 99. Again you will arrive with a 1. So this is repeating. This process will be repeating up to infinite times. So I will stop at this point itself. So answer will be 0.0909 bar. It is a non-terminating repeating. It is terminating again and again and repeating same value. Third problem, 4 1 by 8. It is in the mixed fraction. You need to convert it into improper fraction. Solution, 4 1 by 8 can be written as 8 4s are multiply 8 into 4, that is 8 4s are 32. 32 plus 1, add with the numerator value. 32 plus 1 is 33 by 8. That is 32 plus 1 divided by 8, that is equal to 33 by 8. Here 8 is a divisor, 33 is a dividend. 8, I write here 33. So 33 is greater than 33, so it can be divided in the table 8. So 8 4s are 32. Take it directly. 33 minus 32 is 1. Here 0. 3 minus 3 is 0. 3 minus 2 is 1. Here 1 is less than 8. So I can take a point here after 4. So I can take a 0 after 1. So 8 ones are 8. 10 minus 8 is 2. Again 2 is less than 8. Therefore I am taking 0, because here already I had taken a decimal point. So I am taking 0 directly. So 8 2s are 16. 20 minus 16 is 4. Again 4 is less than 8. Again I have already taken 0, so I am writing 0 here. So 8 4s are 32. Sorry, 8 5s are 40. We arrive with the answer. Remainder will be 0, and quotient we arrive with 4.125. That is therefore 4.125 whole bar, because it is not a non-terminating, it is terminating. If we get a 0 in the remainder, then this decimal expansion is terminating. If the expansion we arrive with some other number, it is not a terminating decimal expansion. Fourth problem, 3 by 13. Here 3 by 13, in that 13 is a divisor, 3 is a dividend. 3, 13, 3. Here 3 is less than 13, so I am taking 0 point here. So 30 is greater than 13 number, right? So I can divide directly this. 13 2s are 26. 30 minus 26 is 4. Here 0. 13. Here 4 is less than 13 number. So I am already taken a 0 point. So I can directly write a 0 here. So 13, 40 will be there. 13 3s are 39. 40 minus 39 is 1. That is, I can take a carry here. This become 10. 10 minus 9 is 1. Here 3 minus 3 is 0. Again I can take a 0, because I already taken 0 point. Here 10, I got a 10. But 10 is also less than 13. So I can put 0 again here for one more 0 after 10. Okay, I put one more 0 after 10. 13, 100, 100. In the 13 table, 13 7s are 91. That is 100 minus 91. That is, take a borrow here. 10 minus 1 is 9. Here 9 minus 9 is 0. This is also 0. I got a 9. So I already had taken point here. So I can put a 0 here. 13 in that 6 are 78. 13 6 are 78. 90 minus 78. That is, take a carry here. 10 minus 8 is 2. Here 8 minus 1 is 12. Again put a 0. In this 13 9s are 117. that is 120 minus 117 is, we arrive at the 3. This is again, it goes on up to infinite times, so I will stop at this step. Therefore answer will be 0.230769 whole bar. You need to put a bar because it is a non-terminating. If it is terminating or a non-terminating, you put a bar after the decimal point. Is a non-terminating, repeating. Fifth problem 2 by 11 and sixth problem is 329 by 400. These two problems you have to solve by yourself. If you have any doubt, please ask me.